This provides a comprehensive introduction to the crucial subjects of security policies, laws, and computer crime investigations specifically tailored to the context of ADIDAS. By delving into these important areas, ADIDAS can enhance its understanding and implementation of robust security measures, ensure compliance with relevant laws, and effectively address computer-related offenses. Security policies. At ADIDAS, the utmost importance is placed on data security and user privacy. To ensure the safety of our data and the privacy of our users, we have established a meticulous and all-encompassing collection of security policies. These policies are carefully designed with the purpose of safeguarding against unauthorized access, preserving the integrity of our data, and effectively mitigating the potential risks that come with computer crime. Rest assured that we spare no effort in upholding the highest standards when it comes to protecting your information. Data protection and privacy. In the context of ADIDAS, data protection and privacy are of utmost importance for several reasons. Customer trust and confidence. ADIDAS values the trust and confidence of its customers. By ensuring data protection and privacy, ADIDAS can maintain a positive reputation and build long-term relationships with its customers. Next is compliance with laws and regulations. ADIDAS is committed to complying with data protection and privacy laws and regulations. This ensures that the company operates within legal boundaries and avoids any penalties or legal consequences. User consent and permissions. User data collection. ADIDAS requires user consent to collect and use personal data as outlined in our privacy policy. Permissions. ADIDAS app requests permissions to access location, camera, and notifications for enhanced user experience and personalized content. Deceptive and malicious behavior. Fraud detection. ADIDAS employs advanced fraud detection systems to identify and prevent deceptive behavior on its platforms. Content monitoring. ADIDAS regularly monitors user-generated content to identify and remove any deceptive or malicious information. User verification. ADIDAS implements strict user verification processes to ensure the authenticity of its customers and minimize malicious activity. Reporting system. ADIDAS has a robust reporting system in place for users to report any deceptive or malicious behavior they encounter on the platform. Third-party programs and ADIDAS. ADIDAS has strict policies and procedures in place regarding the use of third-party programs. These programs are carefully vetted and monitored to ensure compliance with security standards and legal requirements. ADIDAS maintains a strong focus on protecting sensitive data and preventing unauthorized access through third-party programs. Laws and regulations. General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, EU regulation that protects the privacy and data of EU citizens. California Consumer Privacy Act, or CCPA. California law that gives consumers more control over their personal information. Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, or PCI DSS. Security standard for organizations that handle credit card information. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, or HIPAA. U.S. law that protects the privacy and security of health information. Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, or CFAA. U.S. law that criminalizes unauthorized access to computer systems. Cybersecurity law of the People's Republic of China. Chinese law that regulates cybersecurity and data protection. Consumer protection laws, ensuring customer rights and safety. ADIDAS must comply with consumer protection laws to protect the rights and safety of its customers. Data protection and privacy laws. ADIDAS is subject to various data protection and privacy laws that govern the handling of user data. These laws ensure that personal information is collected, processed, and stored in a secure and responsible manner. Compliance with these laws is crucial to maintaining customer trust and avoiding legal consequences. Key laws and regulation. General Data Protection Regulations, or GDPR. The GDPR is a comprehensive data protection law that applies to all European Union member states. It sets strict requirements for the collection, processing, and storage of personal data, and grants individual rights over their data. California Consumer Privacy Act, or CCPA. The CCPA is a state-level privacy law in California, United States. It gives California residents the right to know what personal information is collected about them, the right to opt out of the sale of their data, and the right to request the deletion of their data. Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documents Act, or PIPEDA. PIPEDA is a federal privacy law in Canada that applies to the collection, use, and disclosure of personal information by private sector organizations. It requires organizations to obtain consent for the collection and use of personal information and imposes security safeguards for data protection. These are the number of data breaches from 2018 to 2022. Antitrust laws. Competition law. ADIDAS must adhere to competition laws that prohibit anti-competitive behavior such as price fixing, market allocation, and monopolistic practices. Consumer protection laws. ADIDAS must comply with consumer protection laws that ensure fair and transparent business practices, such as accurate advertising, product safety, and warranty requirements. Contract laws. Contract laws refer to the legal rules and regulations that govern the agreements and relationship between ADIDAS and its stakeholders. Key elements: offer and acceptance. Both parties must agree to the terms and conditions of the contract. Consideration. There must be a valuable exchange or promise between the parties. Legal purpose. The contract must not involve illegal activities. Capacity. Both parties must have the legal capacity to enter into a contract. Types of contracts. Sales contracts. Agreements for the purchase and sale of goods or services. Employment contracts. Agreements between ADIDAS and its employees. Partnership agreements. Contracts between ADIDAS and other companies for joint ventures or collaborations. Laws and investigations. Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, or CFAA, federal law that addresses unauthorized access to computer systems and networks. and protects against computer-related fraud and abuse. European Union General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, regulation that protects the personal data and privacy of EU citizens, and imposes strict requirement on data controllers and processors. Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, or PCI DSS, set of security standards that organizations must follow to protect cardholder data and prevent credit card fraud. Digital Millennium Copyright Act, or DMCA, law that criminalizes the production and dissemination of technology, devices, or services that are used to circumvent digital rights management, or DRM, and copyright protection measures. Cybercrime investigation, the process of identifying, tracking, and prosecuting individuals or groups involved in cybercrimes such as hacking, identity theft, and online fraud. Legal process, computer crime investigations. The legal process involved in computer crime investigations is crucial for ensuring the security of ADIDAS. It helps in identifying and prosecuting individuals or groups involved in cybercrimes. The process typically involves the following steps. Number 1, reporting the crime. The first step is to report the crime to the appropriate law enforcement agency. This can be done through online reporting portals or by contacting local authorities. Number 2, investigation. Law enforcement agencies will conduct a thorough investigation to gather evidence and identify the perpetrators. This may involve forensic analysis of digital devices, surveillance, and interviews with potential witnesses. Number 3, arrest and prosecution. If sufficient evidence is found, the suspects will be arrested and charged with the appropriate crimes. They will then go through the legal process, which may include trials and sentencing. Number 4, cooperation with law enforcement. ADIDAS will cooperate fully with law enforcement agencies throughout the investigation and legal proceedings. This includes providing any necessary information or evidence to support the case.